Hey y'all, welcome back to Camp Smiley Outdoors. Today I'm going to be showing how to set up a makeshift hammock. It's not going to take a lot, it's not going to be expensive. The biggest problem with getting into hammock camping is that hammocks themselves can cost quite a bit. My first store-bought hammock, Hammock Bliss, no see 'em no more, cost me $75 on discount. So they can be costly. They can cost a bit. Then with all the stuff you got to get with it, the under quilt, top quilt, your tarp, all this stuff, it costs money. And you really want to know if you can even sleep in a hammock. That's what I'm going to be showing. So let's get over here to the trees and see what we can do. All right, the very first thing you're going to need, I've got a pillowcase here with everything I need to set up my first hammock. The first thing you're going to need is rope. Now I got this stuff for I think $25 for 75 foot of it at Lowe's. And it's basically just cheap tie-down rope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. Sorry about the shaking. First thing we're going to do is open it up. Now this was 75 foot, but I cut it into 3 sections of 25. Because I don't need 75 foot of rope. You're going to take your 2 ends, put them together, and then you're going to chase that rope to the other end, which gives you a loop. Okay? Then go to our first tree, and we are going to lark's head it. All right? Just like that. Now we're going to go to our second tree. We're going to do the same. Okay. 2 ends together. Run it down to the other end. Get yourself a loop. There we go. Now, okay, we got the ropes on the trees. The next part is the actual hammock. All right. The hammock is actually a sheet. Now I don't know what size this sheet is. I just came across it in the house and figured it'd work. It's kind of thick. Kind of tough, but pretty much any sheet will work. King size works best. Okay, now we've got our sheet, we've got our rope. We're going to lay that across. See, we got the top of the sheet there. We're going to take that rope and we're going to lay it right across and then fold over the sheet, and we're going to take our rope and run it underneath. See, can you see that? We're going to run that underneath the other part of the rope there. And underneath that one more time. And then we're going to give ourselves a little bit of slack here to run that straight up and through. Bam. Just tuck that in there. That's our first side. Okay, now I'm going to show you the same thing from a slightly different angle. Maybe anything that you missed the first time, you'll catch it this time. So, we've got our sheet. All right. We're going to run it right across it, just like that. Then we're going to fold the sheet over. All right. And then we're going to go around the back, underneath that, where the rope comes out. All right. And around again. Okay. And then we're going to come right back here. We're going to make sure we got some slack, because this is where we're going to do the tuck. Put the rope right on through. Now, you can leave this, I didn't do this on the first one, but it makes it easier to take out if you leave it slippery. You just put a bite through there instead of putting the whole rope through. Okay? Now, all right, before you sit, lay, sit, whatever, in any hammock, when you first set it up, you want to strength test it. Make sure your knots are going to hold. So you put it up under your butt and lean back into it. All right? Now I can tell right now that this is stretched too far. It's going to be too low to the ground. Now normally you'd have adjustments here on the line that you'd bring this up with. However, all we're going to do is raise these up. Okay, you with me so far? We're going to do that again. So lean back into it. All right. Still not putting all the weight on it. And this can go a little higher. Alright, we've almost got it stretched into position. This feels about right. Ah, there we go. Now, this hammock is wide enough that it'll make a double layer hammock, which means that in between the two layers you can put some insulation, whether it be an air mattress, a closed cell foam pad from Walmart. Heck, you could use dry leaves. Anything to give you some insulation from the air that travels underneath. However, what you want is a underquilt, but once again, expensive. So let's have a look at how she lay, because she is holding me, so it's time to give her all the weight. Ah. Pardon me. Now it'll take a little while to get situated in here, because the cotton that this is made of, cotton rayon blend probably, isn't as it doesn't slide against each other like nylon, like ripstop, but it is very possible to get comfortable in it. And what you don't want to be laying straight down the middle, okay? You want to have a slight diagonal lay to it, because you get this ridge that goes right up in the middle of the sheet, because this is what's called a gathered end hammock. Okay, 90% of what you see out there is going to be gathered end, unless of course you're looking at a bridge hammock, which is completely flat and has a bar on both ends. Those are not my style personally. But for a gathered end, you want to get as diagonal as you can. And because this is just a beginner's trial hanger here, it's kind of hard to get the perfect diagonal in it, but you can do it. As a matter of fact, let me try this another way. Okay, we're going to do away with the double layer, and we're actually going to lay in between the two layers. So I'm getting rid of 1/2 of the fabric that I was laying on, which gives me a lot more actual room. All right. Oh yeah, see, I can get real diagonal in this thing now. And to be perfectly honest, this is every bit as comfortable as my flying banana. So there you go. There's a makeshift hammock for you to give a try. You know, see if hammock camping is what you want to do. Now I know this rope on these trees, for those of you who are watching this video who actually have experience with hammocks, of course you know that you're not supposed to use rope. You're supposed to have tree straps, which are inch or better wide straps. Nylon, whatever. You can get them at you can get the material at Walmart and make them yourself. Personally, what I have for my other hammock are recovered seat belts out of a '97 Dodge Grand Caravan that we just had sitting in the yard. Wasn't running. We ended up selling it off to the junkyard. And I made, I think, out of all the out of all the seat belts that I got out of there, I think I made either 6 or 8 equal length tree straps with a loop on one end. Okay, and you'll see that used in the future. As a matter of fact, my next video, I'm going to do this same setup, okay, but I'm going to use shorter ropes on either end, and that 25 foot that was left over from the 75 foot, because I got 50 foot here, I cut in half and made 2 loops, and you're going to see how those get used with tree straps. Next on Camp Smiley Outdoors. So, until then, sit back, relax, and we'll see you next time.